Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here at Babylicious Nails. This is a little tour of my new nail room, which I'm really happy in. I've still got some changes to make. There's still a few little bits and bobs that need filling, or things on the wall and just bits and pieces, but this is basically how it's going to be. So I'm really happy with this little space. It's 7 feet by 10 feet, so yeah, I've had to really maximize the space that I've got, but I love it. I come in here and I just relax. So I hope you'll like it too. So let's show you around. Start with this. This is my beautiful new nail chair with an nail couture apron on. I love this. This is so comfortable. I got it on Amazon on one of the Prime Day deals. I think it was £136. But guys, it's reclinable. It goes up and down. This comes out and I have a wonderful footrest that way. So I can put my legs up while I work. Which is really handy for me. Love it. It is so comfortable and it just packs away and it fits properly under my desk. On the wall I've got Hello Gorgeous, just to remind everyone that you're all gorgeous and I love you all. My desk again came from Amazon and this was I think £105 on an Amazon Prime Day. Excuse the bin there's full because I was working in there the other day, but let's take a tour around my desk and just see what I've got where. So down here, this is a little pull out area where I've put all my plugs and things, but I can shove them under there. This is like a little pull out drawer that just comes out. I like to keep it like that so I can see what switches I'm using and plugs and things. In here are some of my most used nail things, although the flashy lamps are not most used, but I've got like cuticle remover, some nail glue removers, various different types. I've got base gels, some primer in there, some cuticle oil, nail treatments, bonder, those kind of things all kept in there. And same again with the bottom row. So yeah, some nice air freshener as well. I use this. It's meant to be a body spray. It's from Temu. It cost about £1 and it's vanilla and it's the most beautiful smell. And every time my daughter comes around, so I've got loads of them, she pinches one, she goes away with one. Under here, there's more racks for nail polish. I haven't put any in there yet because obviously I need time to fill it all up. I've kept all my little plugs on there and I have my little nail trolley under here with a bin, a spare lamp, which I will use still. In here I keep all my extras, my little sanding bands. I've got some little pipettes there and some spare bottles with the needle type on. I've got some Q-tips, some more sanding bands, and different types of those. So that's mainly sanding bands, palettes, some nail wipes, and just some general bits and pieces that I can reach for under my desk. In here I've got some nail clippers, some magnifiers, because at the moment I can't really see very well to do lots of detail, so I'm just waiting for my operation to happen so that can get better. Got some bin liners, little bin liners, and some spare bottles for cleansers. And in the bottom, which this one doesn't really come out, I've got all my spare brushes, tools, all of those. They're all boxed and sectioned together so I can find them easily. So yeah, I've stored all these in there, although those will probably move into my drawers. So, because my husband bought me some Alex drawers. I've been spoiled rotten actually. So yeah, on my desk I have my Melody Susie lamp here that I got off Vinted, and I'm still trying to work it out, to be fair. I put two sets of these drawers together, these plastic drawers, and made it into a 6 instead of a 3. So that's become really handy. Let me just move my camera out the way. This is my DJI Mimo where all all the action happens. Today I'm just using my phone, so sorry if it blurs out here and there. Up here, let me just turn my light round so we can see. So up here I keep all of my reach for items. This is what I reach for every time I do nails. So I've got my dehydrator, my primer, my peel off base, 1 kil jello. So into my drawers. In the first drawer I have all my blue tack, some sticky tabs for my books, various little bits and pieces, some toenail separators, and there's some new files in there at the back, which I like. The next drawer is where I keep this for opening my bottles. I've got some sticky tabs in here. These I use to put swatches on when I'm showing a set off, which I'll probably be using today. So I'll put one of those on my desk. And then I've got some spare brushes. I saw the Devil Wears press-ons advertise these, so I went and bought some from AliExpress, and they're great for just doing swatches. These are all my little letters that I've had from friends over time, from the Polished Phoenix and the girls at Lip Smacking Nails, which I'm no longer part of, but I'm still friends with everyone. Then this is my glitter tray, which I'll just put in there, and the end has come off, but I'll fix that another time. This is my label maker. I have a little label maker in there. Never shut this drawer. It must be because I've put the two units together, something's not right at the back. In this drawer, which I can't get open, here we are. Just get my brush. So this is all my brushes, all my nail brushes, fluffy brushes, just little bits. I've got some trays in here. So like I said, I've not properly organised it yet, but yeah, it's kind of organised. Here's some dotting tools, some powders, all of my chrome powders, my most reached for chromes. I've just kept them in there and not put them in with the others, usually because they don't fit. So yeah, this is where I keep all of these. And then down here, I've got some sample nails, some little which I use for my swatches. Absolutely love those, the little round ones, especially for doing nuance nails. And then I have these little, which I never really used, to be fair. These are lovely solid glitters. They're very much like the Myth Millo. I really need to get on with using those because they're really pretty. On to the next bit. I've got my little lamp that I use when I'm just doing one nail. I've got my brushes from Bevla, which are my most go-to brushes, so I always keep them on my desk. This I bought the other day. This is for filling polygel nails or a brush holder. And my Izemi one underneath. Then I've got some brushes in here. I love this. This is cute. It's just plastic and it just looks ever so good. And more fluffy brushes on my windowsill. These are my little spoon things and my cutters. Then I have just a practice nail, and I bought these from, was it Diami or D-Gel? I can't remember. D-Gel Potion. So I've got one of each, and these are currently on my nails at the moment underneath a thin layer of gel just to try and recover them. And I've also got some CJP nail grail on as well. So I applied this first and then put this on and a couple of coats, cured it on my nail, and then put some hard gel over the top. And I'm hoping that will help to recover my nails because they're kind of encapsulated with treatment underneath. So I'm just going to see how that goes. That's been on for a few days. My nails are terrible. They're so short, but they are recovering and growing back. In the first drawer here, I have some Annie's gels, some potted gels, all different colours that I hauled the other day. Still got to have a go with those. These are my absolutely favourite of all time texture gels from Annie's Gel. And then I've got these ones as well. These are less textured, but they're still this kind of fairy iridescent colours. They're so pretty. I use them a lot, actually. You've all seen me use them so many times. In this drawer, I've got my Russian manicure powder. I've got some Enel Couture bubblegum gels. I have some flower gel, some silver metallic. Is it? Yeah, I've got the Magic stamping gel from Born Pretty, which I love. It's in clear and it's just gorgeous with glitter over. This is base gel for poking gel. And these are just a white and a black. I think, I can't remember what they are, to be honest. Not entirely sure. Can't remember, but yeah, they're there. I've never really used them, so yeah, there's something to explore in the future. And then I've got my Embo gels, which I love, the mineral ones, by YOLO Beach. Love those. They are so pretty on. And yeah, with a frame around them. And this drawer is empty, which is amazing. I'll have to fill that up, I'm sure. And then here I've just got some Tinovo Uno hard top coat, which is what I've used, and some of the CJP nail oil. And then here I've got a selection of brushes, pushers, sticks, you know, the pickup sticks, some dibbers, wax stick. Down here, my tools, my pinching tools and wave tools. And then I have the 3 little brushes that came the other day in my haul. And then I've got a little, one of these, a little Dubry Firkin, a little jar for cleaning my brushes as I work. Then I've got some swatches here that some are worked on, some aren't. My little nail swab dispenser, and my beautiful Nordic Deer hand cream that I got from Blue Rose Nails. And my windowsill is just a little fake plant and some little bits and pieces that I like to put together. I've kept my blinds shut if at all possible, although the window's open for any smells. My brush holder here. This table has a dust collector, which is not the best, but it does the job. So I just move my Saracen mat out of the way, and I can work at my desk. Here I've got my alcohol. This is some more alcohol in a different spray. I've got an armrest at the back. Oh, my coffee and donut has fallen down. These were from Asda for £2 and I absolutely loved them. This is my hand cleanser, which I showed you how to make the other day. Some cuticle oil, some top gels from, these are the super top Born Pretty ones, and I've got my doodah for doing my magnetic nails, some more alcohol, gel cleanser and acetone in these, and then some little trays and palettes. And then over here I've got 2 nail drills. This one, it was from Pink Pixie Tips in a gift. I absolutely adore it. I use it all the time. And then this one is the smaller Melody Susie one. And here I have the Melody Susie desk drill. So I've always got a drill on hand. It's handy, even just when you're doing your own nails, to have a different one on each, like a sanding band, and then a bigger sanding band, and then maybe your flame tip on another one, and they're all ready to go then. This is my Cressania Neri lamp, which I absolutely adore. I've got some gel on the top there. Absolutely beautiful. Love this lamp. This is my Rolls Royce purchase. I've kept a little thank you card that she sent. I'm just so happy to have these at last. I've got so many lamps, so many of them, and they just don't work after a while, or they don't cure the gel properly or as well as I'd like, and I want to be safe. Safety is key, and this one was the highest rated I could find. Let me just pull up my chair and then I'll take you through the drawers. So there's so much in this room, it's unbelievable, in a 7 foot by 10 foot space. So in here I've got some little trays from Amazon that fit in your drawer, although I'm not happy with them because I thought they were straight sided and they're actually not. They see the slope, so it makes it really difficult to fit things in, but I have done it and it'll just have to do the way it is. So I've got my Russian manicure set in here because I'm going to be using those drill bits the most. A buffer. I've got this, which I always use on my nails, IBD hard gel. Some crazy top that's opened. Got some Jello wipes. These are the best. These are so good for prep. They're the best on the market and I highly recommend them. I've got a little spare magnet in there. I've got some Q-tips and some orange sticks, and this is the balloon tape that Pink Pixie Tips sent me, and it is great for putting on the little swatches. You just stick it down and it's done. It's double-sided. Got some little chrome eyeshadow applicators, some little mini buffers, and then all my favourite bits are in here. All my cuticle bits and, you know, all of my, you know, take off your acrylic and all of that is in there. And at the back, I've got some nail wipes, and these are my eagle tips. I need to get more of those when they're back in stock from Saracen. Absolutely love them. And some nail display cards. So that's that drawer. And then down here we come to my cupboard. So I need to bend down a little bit. So I've got some more micellar water here for making up my hand cleanser. I have some cotton pads. I've got some spare bags to go under my desk for the filter. I've got some spare 1 kil peel off base, and then in this one I've kept all of my liquids, my main liquids like acetone and some refill gel bottles and things like that, all in there, monomer. So they're all tucked away in that cupboard. And then down here I've got more Jello nail pads. I've got some gloves, some tattoo pads, and these are my nail books where I can draw my next design, although I do tend to use Ibis paint nowadays because I've downloaded the templates for that. And that's the cupboard, so I may change that at some point. So onto this, my husband finally bought me the Alex drawers, and so I've had to tuck them up in the corner, which means I can't get them fully open, but it still works for me. Up on top of those, I've just got a little floral display thing, and then I've got my 40 Mayer magnetic set, number 5 I think it is, my Blue Rose nail cards to help me get inspiration for design, and that's just the box that this came in because it's absolutely stunning. I've got all my little swatches of each colour on the side so I know which is which, all reference. This came from Celtic Nails, a little drawer, and it's just full of little glitters, the drawer set. I'm really grateful for that because it holds so much stuff. My little Winnie the Pooh that my grandsons love, popped him up there. And then I've got my Four Seasons Divock swatch cards here, which I absolutely love. All of these, they're so pretty and so well presented in this calendar type swatch display. So I just love that. I just could not put that away. I had to put that up there. So into the first drawer. So as you can see, guys, it holds so much stuff. The desk came with some of these dividers, so yeah, I've kind of put them in. So let's see. So I've got some Miley gels here, which the lovely Linda from Nail by LJW sent me. So they're all together in there. I haven't done them like a rainbow, guys. Too much work. Just didn't do it. These are my Gigi kind of milky white and grey colours, and then there's some more Miley at the back. And then I have all my Cody's gel because I love these top coats, are all amazing. And then the Tinova Uno, I mean, these are all handy to have on hand, matte top coat. And then I've got all the structured gels and base coats. I've kind of put them together, but whether they stay like that, who knows. And then there's rubber base gel, hard base coat. These are all base coats in there. And then this one is the milky white top coat. I have some self-leveling gel, Russian self-leveling gel, and then blooming gel, black cat eye, some just bits and pieces. This is a nail hardener, which is really very good. Some crackle nail lacquer, some oil, I think, treatment oil. And then I've got some Born Pretty in here. So I don't have a lot of Born Pretty left, so I've given them all away when I was changing over to Korean. But these are the favourite ones that I've kept. So yeah, I've got my Polaris and all of that in there. And I've got some of the Vetsy cat eye gels at the back of the drawer. But I can find them, they're fine. And then these ones are the Me and L. These are just from AliExpress, but they are absolutely gorgeous colours. And I couldn't part with these because my friend always has them on her nails when she comes. So yeah, they're not cat eyes, but they look like cat eyes when they're on. They're so pretty. So pretty. And then here I've got all my treatment, extra strength, ultra shine, prevents chipping. These are just normal nail polishes, which obviously I'm using on my nails at the moment with a little bit hard gel on top. So it doesn't matter if they come off, I can just replace them, keep an eye on my nails every week until they heal. In here, this is another mishmash, so we'll start from the back. These are my sponges, some of them, not all of them, and my little tools to put them on with. These are some cheaper from Amazon air dry glues, and then I've got some more air dry glues in here. In this one, this is the 2-part water drop gel, which I've still got to try. I will try and do that. Watercolor inks, some effects gels. I've got the ocean wave Born Pretty there, and then these are the ones I use for my molds. So yeah, these are all in little bottles, but I did plan to make up my own and put them into the spare bottles that I showed you earlier. So again, this is some more of the nail grill from CJP, which I adore. These are just some little tops for my refill bottles when I'm refilling my gel. I've got some nice hand creams in here, little samples. This one's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. That was just a gift from Saracen. Stunning Kiss hand and nail cream. Must get a big one of that. I've got a massive 1 litre one in the bathroom, which smells like baby talc, and it is stunning. It's shea butter hand and body lotion. I use it all the time. In here I've got some more glues, but these are supposed to be for sticking on your nails, but I would not recommend it. Just have air dry glue. Bear with me a second, guys. I had to stop my video because of another scam call, which is just driving me nuts. They've called me twice already today, doing my head in. Yeah, as I was saying, I would fully recommend that. I've switched over to air dry glue. So yeah, I don't recommend that you cure this stuff on your nails. It's okay for sticking on rhinestones. I've got a little injection which I've got plans for to make nails with, and this is some semi-solid nail glue, which again is air drying, no UV LED needed. And this is because of Hope Jordan. I bought loads of pudding glue, the Lucanus pudding glue, so I'm going to give that a try. In here I've got all my primer and dehydrators and some cuticle oil, so that's that drawer. In the third drawer, I haven't got all these filled yet. This is some painting gel and a little finger palette. So I've got the Myth Milo stamping gels. In here is most of, I think that's silver, molten liquid. At the back, I've got these, oh, I can't remember, Youth Rose Beauty painting gels, so that goes with that. I've got some more of those in here. Some are nude, some are cat eye. Absolutely adore those. Then I've got Bevel Amalgam gel and my D-gel painting gel in there. So those are kind of organised for now. In here I have all of my builder gels. These are all like, you know, this is the stone gel, the wave one. I've got some gummy gel from Eno Couture. The Cody's gel, which didn't quite fit in, so I just put it over here. Base gel from Cody's. These are all, I've popped some into one of these. These are all, again, builder gels. And these are the CJP ones. It's top cracked, so I had to fix that. But yeah, these are their builder gels as well. So in some funky colours. So I keep those all together in there, nice and clean in containers. This drawer is just a mishmash with all my like crazy top, my Coolier, my gold paint, powder line gels, canvas gel from Debot. I've got my crayon in there as well for doing texture nuance. And there is some Cocoist in the back. So yeah, I've got some little Cocoist gels there. Mega Stick base and things like that. So yeah, gel-up powder, gel-up bond. Mochi, and then I've got the canvas gel, and then I've got some taffy gel. These are all Eno Couture, different ones. Happy gel, taffy gel. This one I'm not that keen on. It's the DIY gel. It's coloured pink and it just doesn't look pink to me. These are my little cuticle oil pens, which I kind of went through one in about 2 days. And these are the chewing gels, which again can be used for stamping. So yeah, I love these. So this is one of my favourite little drawers, that one. This one is where I keep all my randomised bits and pieces. So these are some Gigi gels that I like. This one is it's supposed to be an Annie's gel, but I don't think it is. It is a cat eye, and I've demoed those on one of my videos. Some more Gigi bottles with my favourites. This one is Glow in the Dark, Cinderella Blue, some cat eyes. Just a few that I've kept that I really, really liked. Some beautiful colours there. I've got a Born Pretty base gel, another Aurora one, and then some more Gigi. These just taller bottles that I couldn't fit in. Then I've got some fluffies to put on your nails and make characters, and this is my watercolour gel. And then in here I have some sculpting gel, which is almost finished, to be fair, which is why I ordered some from Kusanya. In here I've got all packing materials for when I send out things, just little bits and bobs in there, address labels. This drawer is empty currently, and then the bottom drawer I keep my glasses for helping me to see. These are the ones with everyone's wearing them with all the different lenses in. These are just some clamps and some foot files, because obviously I'm trying to do manicures but also pedicures as well. So we're coming over here now, and this is my polish wall, which is not finished. I'll put some flowers along the top because I love them, sakura flowers, and I've added here and there some swatches on the walls and down the side of my unit, so I can see the colours, so I know where I'm going to. So yeah, so up here I've got my Devoc Four Seasons all the way along the top, so I can clearly see every gel and which one I want. These are my Yoga Male. That one is the Eros, and then I have Venus here, and then I've got my Aurora Queen with the swatch card, and then Myth Millow or Breeze, which is the most beautiful gel set I've ever seen in my life. Then I've got my Rosy Hip. Goodness me, what was it called? Rosy Hip. Can't remember the name of that. Wait a sec. Quartz. That's it. Rosy Hip Quartz is there. And then I have these mood pairings, a set of 4 gels which came in this lovely little bag with some stars in and a little magnet. And that is by Blanc Blanc, I think. Blanc Blanc. And it's beautiful. Beautiful gel. These are the Mostive gels. I haven't actually used these much. They're just liquid chrome. Just give them a good shake and you can see sort of liquid chrome, so those air dry on your nails, really nice. And then I have the Yogurt Nail Multi-Foo, so I can see all my inks along there. Down here I've got the Mayor Bacodi, which is just gorgeous, and then I've got some blooming gel here, and then I've got my Vala Cool Mag here, and I've got a couple of Madame Glam polishes that I've been sent or given. I also have some of this, which is Art Liquid blending liquid clear, so it's to help blend your inks. Coming over here now, I have these Jelly Fit, and they are called Soft Aura, and those are, they were on outlet, and I think I got them for 35 quid or something, 75,000 Korean won for the whole set, so I bought that. And then I've got the Lua Champagne, which is stunning, and that's just an odd honey bear that they sent me, which is really pretty actually. You can see it on the front, on the bow. And then I've got the Rosy Hip Nebula, which I've just added, and I've put the swatches over here. We did those the other day together. And then I've got my Sousa collection here, which are ice cream colours. They're absolutely gorgeous. Love these, love them. And then I've got my Barog gels, which Saracen has sent me as PR. So these are the Golden Autumn series. Watch my video on that, guys. I did a bit of poetry and kind of tried to present them a little bit better than I normally would. So yeah, I think you might like that video. And then these ones are the other set, which is called, I can't remember the name, to be honest. What does that say? Halo, that's right. So those are Halo. And then I have my little It's Lit Bubble Bubble, pink, purple, and the new silver, which is just like it's got bubbles inside. So this is the top of my mum unit. So it's a big long unit that I've got in my room. Used to use for my clothes, and I'm no longer using that, so yeah, my clothes are in weird places. This is some stuff I still have to swatch. I've got to play with Cresania Neris, Pat gels, and 3D gels, and then I've got some Vendini, which actually are already swatched. I don't need to do those. This is a birthday box from Lip Smacking Nails, which I did show at one point, but I just haven't put it away yet. And this is the one that I got the other day from Priya, which is the Irony Bear shade. So on here, I've got some acrylic brushes at the back, just some bits, glass files, bits and bobs that I always need, some 7-inch cuticle sticks, some pens, some cutters, some scissors, some other magnetic gel pens, and then I've got some files in there. These little drawers hold random things, so as you can see, the wax tips and fluffy tips. Oh, forgot about these. These are my little mascots that my husband printed for me. Put these back on my desk where they belong. So I've got my little cat and my elephant, because I love elephants and they're so cute. Anyway, back to this. So I've got some little notelets in here. I've got some, these were from the Polished Phoenix. She sent them out when I joined with a membership. So some little notelets and some glitter, which is absolutely stunning. Look at this glitter, guys. This is what she sent. That was just my camera turning off. Look at this glitter. It's beautiful. It's got everything in there. Stars and hexes, and looks stunning. Love it. I must use that in the next acrylic set I do. And then down here I've got some 4-in-1 Glux gel. It's supposed to be non-stick. It absolutely is not. It sticks to everything, drives me nuts, so I just put it away. These are some palettes that I use, paper palettes. And then on here I've got some rings for my nail hand. I've got some little single swatches and a tool bender. And then in here I've got some little display cards as well. These are on my Savaland and Carnier Pat gels with the sponge on the top. They're absolutely gorgeous. I use them all the time. Love those. And then I've got some Annie's gel. These are all my cat eyes. These are the new Microsome glitters. So yeah, there's a whole set in there, and then a different set of Annie's gel in the bottom one. It's really heavy, hard to open. So yeah, so some of them I've still got to swatch because I got them just the other day, but these are the cat eyes at the back. So just to keep the painting gels together, I did order another one of those units, but it got smashed in the post, so it was sent back to AliExpress to deal with. I've now got glitter all over my table. We'll have to clean that up. Moving on, I was getting stuck because these were too tall for my shelves, so I put them back on the nail stands. Let me just move this back out the way. So this is my White Night by Devok and my Dark Night, which I waited years for, and then I put Slushy in as well along the back, and then the Dark Night is the black ones in here. I've got some gel in gel, haven't used that yet. And then I've got the Dry Rose series, so I've just put the swatch card in there. So these are gorgeous. The Signature by D-Gel, love the bottles. And then I've got a couple of bandy polishes that Blue Rose Nails sent me. And it was a competition I won, and she sent me loads of things, and this is part of it. And I love these. They're nudes, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And then down here I have the Skin Note. This is the swatch card for that. It's absolutely stunning. So that's the Skin Note collection along there. And then here, these are my new gels, my Skinny and Glossy Top Coats by Devok, and then the Daily Gels, white and black, so I can just reach for those. I've got some Lemo clear blending inks, and this is where my Apres currently lives, although that will change. And I've got some space for another row there. This is my desk lamp, which I don't use anymore, and my famous dragon that I always have, that I've not finished painting yet. And then over here I have all my Popoguri Chemi gels. So this is Popoguri, this one is Flirting, and then I have the Winter Latte set. These are spare bottles which I'm intending to put refill gels in, top coat, base coat, matte, and all of that. But I just haven't done it yet. And then here I've got the gold gel that I got the other day from the nail, and then some more Chemi polishes that they sent me as PR. And all of these shelves are free for Kemi because they always send us Kemi out. Over here I've got all of my e-nail couture because these just do not fit on any shelves. So I'll probably end up with all of this filled with e-nail couture. But here I have my base coat. This one is cream puff base coat, which is the beige, eternal beige colour. Then I've got my top coats, all different ones. I've got the whole range of them there. And then I've got some magic syrup gels. Those are all next in the next row, all along there. And then we have some of the Space Kitty mag gels, and then here I've got some precious minerals which continue along that shelf, so just to make it look pleasing, couldn't fit them all in. And down here I've got the bonbon gels with the Sailor Moon tops, which are just absolutely gorgeous. All my bonbon gels are all together. And then down here I've got some more base coat. This is the Wonder top. Look at that top. I mean, Max gets criticism here, there and everywhere, but you know, and they say, oh, it's just AliExpress with his name on it. Well, you know, so what? The gels are absolutely stunning, and I've watched him for years and years and years, and I absolutely love Max the e-nail couture. These are the ballerina gels. These are my favourites. Use these all the time. There's a lot of nude colours in there. And then I've got my Hardy gels. These are beautiful as well, and really keep your nails on. I mean, they are extremely good. Then down here I've got some, what is this one? Focus. Press on gel. Yeah, that's for putting your 1, 2, 3 go nails on, although I don't know if I'm going to use that because you know, it may well burn my nails. Then down here I've got the Celestial Moon, white, black and clear for putting chrome on top. And then my new inks, which are absolutely gorgeous. Those are stunning. So these are the Maxi ink set. These are the new ones that have just come out. They're kind of chromey inks. So pretty. Then I have, along the back, some of the fun gels. So he changes the packaging all the time. So these are the fun gels, and then, so there's 2 rows of fun gel. Then I've got my precious minerals, all the different shades in there all together. Then down here I've got some more Galaxy Space Kitty. Those are different from the other ones. So yeah, they're a different. These are supposed to be 5D, but you only get 3D. I don't know where to get 5D from. And then down here, these are beautiful, the ombre gels. I've got these. Love, love, love these. They're so pretty on. So those with the ballerina gel are just right up my street. And then I've got the Shiny Star top coats. I've got 3, 4 of those. I really need to get the rest of the set. And then in the front are the normal Maxi pastel inks. And then I've got a random one, and then I've got some snakeskin gel in black. I've got a gold liner gel, which I use a lot, and then this is just an odd nail dots that I got in a haul. Anyway, then my Minnie Mouse. These are some gels that I've got a swatch, and those are for a future giveaway. Down here I got one of those metallic plate things just to keep all of my magnets together. It's my Kindle, which I use as my tablet. Into the drawers. Are you bored yet, guys? There's so much stuff, and I'm not finished yet. So this drawer is my favourite drawer. Love this. So I've got all my charms in here, all organised. And I have my chromes and favourite kind of flakies and glitters and things like that all together in there. These are just some metal parts. So it's 2 layers deep there, so I've got 2 boxes in there. And then I've got some more charms up here, so I've just kind of fitted them in. These have got to still be put away. Those are the Pochit glitters, which came the other day. I love these. These are some little hearts, some iridescent hearts, all different colours. And then some glitters, which I've still got to put away. Some more charms, the smaller boxes with the bows in, all matching in there. Then I've got a ton of gold foil, some shell pieces down there, and then some Kira Kira shapes. Still got to put them away. these that came the other day and these. So I'll have to put these in with my other Swarovski gems. Then here I've done some more chrome organising. So those are done. And then I've got my favourite bigger charms in here. These are like quality charms that I don't use every day, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, these are like big cluster gems. Some dangly ones, more cluster gems. Got some danglies. Like I say, don't use these every day. They're all really pretty. Some little ones I've just put together. These are gorgeous, AB ones. So yeah, some bowls. I always use these. Love these. Roses. These are stunning, but they're so big they just don't fit my nail. Here's some bubbles, champagne bubbles. And then I've got a little bit of stars in here, which are loose stars. So yeah, those are some of my favourite charms. Then I have this big box full of nail art. There's just too much to go through, guys. There's so much stuff in here. And I've still got to sort it out. I've not even got it closed yet. But most of this stuff you've seen already in hauls that I've had. So I'm not going to go through that. Not today. It's too much. And so I'll just put that back on top. And then up the back here, I bought so many inks the other day, I've just put them all in a tub. So there they are there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So say 10 in each row, so it's 33 inks there. 33 Fresco Bulby inks. They're all different. Some are iridescent, some are normal. Some blending inks. So nice purple. So I can just take them out, some black, take them out and use them whenever I want. I've got liner gels. Those are all together in here. All different liners. And then I put some base and glossy top coat from Gelin in there just to fill in that gap so they didn't move around. Then I've got these that I got from Celtic Nails. She put these together for me. I absolutely adore these. And then I've got some that, yeah, I've still got to unpack. So these are all the long ones, like pearls and sequins. So I've put all the pearls together, and these are all the like caviar beads and little silver glitter stars and things like that are all in there. These are the ones that come in these round things, which drive me nuts, but yeah, I do like them. And these came the other day. These are hand wipes, a couple of hand wipes that you just add water and use them, put them in your bag, and they swell up and become a hand wipe. So these were from Blue Rose Nails. I absolutely love those. I must get some more. Pop them in your handbag. And these are just some metal pieces again. So that's that corner. So that's the first drawer. Then the second drawer. This is where I keep all my gel forms and my polygels, and I've got absolutely tons of polygel in underneath there. That's just full of polygel. Then I've got all my CJP acrylics, which some of them I've had for years, some are newer ones. But yeah, it's acrylic powder, it's not going to go off, so I've kept it. This is the glitter bells that I bought the other day, and you can see there's more CJP under there. I trained with CJP, which is why I've got so much stuff. In here, this little Keep Calm and Carry On tin my friend gave me. I've put all of my nail clips and things in there. I've got some nail forms, some nails, just different pieces. And then I've got some jars for your monomer. And then I've got all CJP colours in here. Every single colour of the rainbow. I think I've got every one that they've done. And then some additional ones that were made up for me. Yeah, they are the old type, you can see, with the metal lids. Don't get them now, they're a different style now. And then in here I've got my E&L Couture acrylic colours and effects. All of those are together. Tried my best to keep them together. So that's that. And then I've got a little bag here full of nail art treatments, nail hand treatments. Bear with me a second. So I have the Switch-Roll that Blue Rose Nails sent me, and I've got some that Celtic Nails sent me as well. And I do use them every so often. I take them out and give myself a manicure or a pedicure. So I'm only doing this today, guys, because you did ask me, you wanted a nail room tour, so this is what we're going to have. So these, in the next drawer, are all spare e-nail couture bags, are full of nail tips that I've kept on, I've got to put away. Then I've got some diamond coffin ones, I've got some Russian edge. These are just crazy bridge nails, absolutely crazy. I haven't been able to successfully do them yet. These are the diamond coffin ones. Then I've got the Novo Ovo nails, claw nails, which are stunning, the short ones. Then I've got all my Miss Chi rings. I've got all of them. They're just like Sean Legend and Apres nails. They're a small quantity, but I've got all different shapes and sizes. And there, medium square, coffin, sculpted square extra long, sculpted coffin extra long, and then sculpted stiletto medium. And then under here, I've got my sandwich nail gel forms. Don't like them. I'm waiting on a different kind to come. And these are sculpted coffin. And then down here, these are for my practice handed XXL, XXXL stiletto tips, soft gel type. And these are also the same, extra long. So yeah, so I wouldn't wear them. They're too long for me, but they do great for my hand. These are some other Amazon Build On Apex series when they first came out with the Apex in them. Got some more e-nail couture nails here, the Sport Coffin, which I adore. Those are absolutely beautiful when they're on. I do wear those. These are some from Sarah Friends at Saracen. And then I have some more here, the Slim Etching Almond Tip. Those are the round peach ones. I thought I'd give them a go. They're very round. I don't think I like them, a bit old fashioned. Then I've got my corn tips from Diami. I've got 2 of those. Use them all the time. Then here I have the e-nail couture 123 Go Soft Nail Extensions Pro. So I've got a couple of these. And then the more usual ones underneath in all different varieties. I've got white and black. I bought the Jello Fit Me nails the other day. Haven't tried those yet, so they're for a future video. And then the Apres coloured ones. And then I've got my Apres Gel X here and my kit that I got off Amazon. Oh, goodness me, what's that all over? So yeah, this is my nice Apres kit underneath with the lamp and all the extras that came with it that I showed you the other day. And at the back, there's just some more ombre sculpture mini square. These are e-nail couture. Sometimes I wear those. These are some Russian tips for your acrylics, so they're just the half tips. So yeah, so that's my nail tips drawer. Too many nail tips. In the next drawer, let me move this little unit out of the way. This is really light, so I do move that around so I can get in and out of the drawers when I'm needing to. So this drawer is my supplies. So in here, I've got all my spare nail files. These are the ones you stick on and peel off. So I've got loads of them at the back. Soaking bowls, buffers, some more files and buffers here, some spare nail foil holders, some spare rolls for my sticky for stamping, some little mini buffers here, some more sponges, some gloves, clear gloves and pink gloves. And then I've got at the back, I've got my dental bibs and my nail file filter papers, not nail file, nail extractor filter papers. Some more bibs. Then I've got my wipes, all of my little wipes at the back. Then I have in here, I've got some soak-off foils. I'll just keep them all together because the box burst. So yeah, popped them in there. Then I've got some full-size hand wipes. Then all of my trays, my past ones from Fifi's Fafa Nails, beautiful Louis Vuitton. and butterfly tips that go on them that she's made me. I absolutely love those, so I can reach for those anytime I like. I've got my little Gin B ones in here. So these are all like my little nail stands. So these are ones, oh, these are the clips to hold your skin back when you put on your acrylics. And these are just some spares in case I need them. Sometimes they get lost. You know, the little swatcheries. My husband made me these back in the very beginning, and I just decorated them. He's got a 3D printer. So yeah, stuff like that. So every time I go to buy a nail tip holder, he's like, well, I could have printed that. Well, I'm like, well, where is it then? Where is it? Because I've not got it, so I bought one. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Here I've got all my plastic swatches, stars, teddy bears, hearts, flowers, etc. This is my nail sticker book, so I've got all my designer stickers in there. I won't open it, but yeah, it's all my designer logo ones in there. Then I've got some glass swatches and some bottle top swatches. Those are the ones that you put over your bottle, which I never really bother with because I lose them all. Some sticky tabs, spare ones. Then I've got a spare silicone stamper and some nail clips handy in there. Nothing in that back one, put that there. In this one I've got all my stamping things, which I'm starting to get into. These are all my stampers. So yeah, we'll see. These are two spare lamps, these little, what are they called, kitty lamps. I've never opened, so they'll be in a future giveaway probably. These are my nail foil holders, which keep them all neatly together. So I've not got a lot of nail foils, I don't use them that often. I'd rather paint the designs than put things like that on. But yeah, that's where I keep those. And then I've got some clear swatches to hand, along with some stamping gel from Born Pretty. So yeah, so I'll keep that there. And then I have all my stamping holders, books with all my stamps in. So I've got a couple of those, and some that won't fit. This one I really want to use, that I just bought the other day. I've got another one on order, and in here I have some wax melts and then my roller, which shouldn't actually be open. We'll just close that. And then at the back I've got a mould that won't fit in my boxes. All my little moulds are all fitted into these with a little sample, so I can see what they are. Put that back in. So that was too big, it doesn't fit. This is just the repair it kit, and then some black swatches in the back. Why I put them in there, I don't know. Keep them there, so they're nice and handy. Then I've got all my sticker books. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticker books, full, rammed and more to put in. And then these are all my little painting gels. These are the cheaper ones that I've bought from AliExpress recently. So I've got the gold and the yellow, silver and yellow. And then I've got this one, which is just a painting gel from Nails and Yolly, I think. It's called something like that. Some of these I've never used, but I do love them when I do use them. And these are my glass swatches that I use all the time. So down to the bottom drawer. This one just holds all spares. So this is all my spare leads and plugs, a microphone, some spare tubs. These are some of my nails, so I put some nails in nails. But yeah, some of my nails that I've been doing over the past year on YouTube. I keep them all, so I've got them all in little books. So yeah, I like to keep them all together. So I think I've got about 5, 6 books now for the last year. So I've got a set of press-ons any time I want to go and wear them. Some of them I've worn and taken them off and put them into the books, so they're really pretty. But yeah, I like to look at them now and again. These are some rhinestones that Celtic Nails sent me, because she had loads of them, so she made up a little bag. And look at these. I mean, they're too big for nails, but my daughter's getting married next year, and these will be great for putting on the tables, just spreading them out. So I think I might get some more because they're available in the range. Then I've got another spare sticker book with all my tapes in there. This is jewellery making kit. I used to make jewellery ages ago, so I've got jewellery wire and nippers and things, and I'll probably use it for nails, to be fair. So I've kept that. Then I have this unit, which is just a cheap little unit where I keep a couple of towels, a spare tablecloth. I've got some spare little lamps, so one finger lamps. I've got some kitchen roll, some wipes. Can't remember what I put in this bit. Oh, aprons, spare aprons. You always need a nail apron. And then these are some of the boxes that I've kept from my Melody Susie lights and my Cressanian airy lamps. So yeah, I like to keep the boxes for those. So I've just kept them neatly in there. And that's it, guys. I've got another little tub here that's from moving when I put my gels into these. So I had them, I've got to put these in my drawers to stop everything slipping. So it's just non-slip matting. And this hasn't been put away yet, actually. This is my sterilizer for all my tools and everything. So it's one of those electrostatic ones, which I like. So yeah, I've got that as well. So I've just popped this out the back. And I really want to build this. I haven't done it yet, and I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. But this came from Amazon. I had one before in my garden, and it's a spring cherry tree, but it's 4 feet tall. So I don't know if I'm going to have it in my nail room or not. It's got 150 LED cherry blossom, and it's in white. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm hoping that I can fit it up that corner somewhere to light up that corner, but we shall see how it goes. My daughter is bringing me a calyx unit from IKEA, so I'm hoping I may need to move my shelf. Well, I will need to move my shelves because it'll come up high. But I'm going to put it on its side along the mam drawer and move this to this side of the room, put it on this side so it'll fit, and then my chair will be kind of more in this space. So yeah, we shall see if I do that. I don't know yet, I haven't decided, but yeah, I've still got to fill up these shelves as well. I did have them filled the other day, but I've moved things around, so those shelves are spare at the moment for me to put on any gels that I do. So I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. This is my lights here, my camera, my newer arm, my nice big light my husband bought me. And I just love this room, absolutely love it. But I did this because of a request from a live last night. People really want to see my nail room. So this is my nail room for now. It will change as time goes on. I don't know why I've got that moon lamp there, because I used to have it on my desk. But there's too much stuff on my desk, so I'll just put it there to display. I don't know what else I can show you, but yeah, that's all I've got for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you to all my subscribers who've liked and shared my videos and commented. I do love to see your comments. And for now, that's all, guys. Bye.